Hey everybody, I'm Alex Pearl, and this is Alex Smells. Cutesy. So today I'm going to be telling you about the rare, discontinued fragrance called Quelle Difference. Quelle Difference was released by the French House of Cochon in 1984. It was discontinued and vanished shortly afterwards. So very few people have had the chance to try this. The nose behind Quelle Difference is unknown, just like Stephen B. So if any of you out there have any information, please let me know in the comments section down below. I'd appreciate it a lot. Now, I don't have an actual bottle of Quelle Difference, but I do have this decant. If you can see, it's just like a little under half done. And this was given to me by a friend of mine, an old piece of work who is no longer with us, named Joan. And I just wanted to take a moment to say, Joan, wherever you are, we love you, we remember you, and I miss you. So I don't have the batch code, I don't know what that was, but I do know that this is genuine. So what are the accords that I get? Well, I get a lot of sweet, I get fruit, both fleshy fruit and berries. I get some musk, white musk. I get lactonic. I get floral, both white and rose. The listed notes for Quelle Difference are none. I could not find anything on this scent. I couldn't find anything on Fragrantica, on base notes. I checked all over the internet, and there is just no information. So again, if any of you can get a notes breakdown from Cochon, please let me know in the comments below. So what are the notes that I get? Again, I was kind of left to fend for myself here, and I enjoy the challenge. So right away I get plum, and I get plum very strong and very sweet, almost like that sweetened plum that you get in Red Door. I get some sort of like peachy apricot too, and it complements the plum really well. I get raspberry. The raspberry is pretty pronounced. I get coconut, I think. It smells kind of like coconut or kind of like whipped cream. It's that lactonic accord that I mentioned earlier, which is kind of like this fluffy, white, sweet scent. It could be both of them. It could be coconut and whipped cream. I'm not really sure. I get Fantasy Rose. It's this big, fluffy, pink fantasy that hits you like a karate chop. It is a strong, strong rose. It does taper down a bit after the beginning, but it can come on kind of strong. And it's very pink. I get gardenia. I get something like, I get the white musk later in the dry drown, and the white musk does support the flora and the fruits very well. I get something like vanilla, and I get some creamy white flora, like maybe a lily of the valley. So what comes to mind when I smell this little lady? Very first thing that I think of is sweet. If you don't care for sweet scents, if you don't care for gourmands, then Quelle Difference is not for you. This is very sweet. Tasty. I think of stereotypically feminine. This is super, super femme. I think of like fluffy, puffy, pink, almost like if you know the Pokemon called Slurpuff, I think of Slurpuff when I smell this. So I mentioned Red Door before. This does remind me of Red Door, that like super sweet with the plummy. But if you took the carnation out of Red Door, And if you would layer that on top of Vicky Teal's Sirène, and you had, I don't know, like organza for the, not for the nutmeg, but for all of that like heavy, heady vanilla. And if you had all of those things at the same time, you would have Quelle Difference. It's almost overwhelmingly sweet, but it's good. As far as the marketing goes, very, very little survives. I know that Quelle Difference had pink signage. I know that it had a bright Pepto-Bismol-y pink bottle. I know that everything about it in the marketing was pink. Even the women who were selling it at the perfume counter during its debut, and the American debut in 1984 was made at Bergdorf Goodman in Manhattan. And this was notorious. There is a story about the release of Quelle Difference that is out there where you had these women in these like frilly pink tops that were made out of like satin or something. And they were using a pig to market the scent, and the pig started to get out of control in Bergdorf Goodman. People were fired. It was a mess. And the fragrance just kind of vanished after that. You never really heard about it again. So if you find anything out about that, if you can tell if it's true, if it's apocryphal, please let me know in the comment section below. I'd love to know the truth. Oh, and here's another thing that probably killed it. Can we talk about the expense? This is 1984, and pre-tax, a half of an ounce bottle of this was $120. Ouch. That is prohibitively expensive. And just being honest here, I think that the price tag was a big part of the problem for Quelle Difference. So how about ratings? As far as scent goes, I'm gonna give Quelle Difference a B. I do like it, and I keep smelling it because it's so good. But here's the thing. I'm gonna give it a B instead of an A because Quelle Difference is pretty linear. The only shift to happen as it burns down is that you get more and more of the white musk. But other than that, it's Laura Linney linear. I do think that it would have benefited from some spice or some woods, something to give it more depth and complexity, because as it is, it's like sweet on sweet on sweet, cutesy cutesy cutesy, and it's good for what it is, but I like something with a bit more depth to it. So I'm gonna give it a B. As far as longevity goes, Quelle Difference is going to last about 3 to 4 hours before it needs a touch-up, so I'm going to give it a C for longevity. And as far as projection goes, Quelle Difference projects excellently. It does fill a room effortlessly, so I'm going to give it a B for projection. All right, and my overall grade for Quelle Difference is April Fools. Seriously, go out and watch Muppets Take Manhattan.
Get your new French perfume here, Quelle Difference.
Get your Quelle Difference! It's French, it's feminine. It'll help you grab one of those rotten, stinking men. Quelle Difference!
Hey, please. Quelle Difference, find a newest perfume in France.
You are fired.
Admit it, did I get you? I got you. Did you check eBay? Did you look on your Amazon? Did you?